When Megyn Kelly asked Jane Fonda about her plastic surgery last September, Fonda was clearly annoyed. The story ran a short news cycle, but now it's back.
Just days into her new talk show, Megyn Kelly hosted Robert Redford and Jane Fonda to talk about their new film about love in old age called Our Souls at Night. Kelly then made it personal.
You admit you've had work done, which I think is to your credit. I read that you said you're not proud to admit that you've had work done. Why not?
We really want to talk about that now?
Cue the nervous laughter, but Fonda wasn't kidding.
Let me tell you why I love this movie that we did, Our Souls at Night, rather than plastic surgery.
Back to that, huh?
Kelly got some blowback from viewers, and Fonda herself recently told Variety she was unhappy with the question.
I was just stunned. It was so inappropriate. You know, it showed that she's not that good an interviewer.
Rather than let sleeping dogs lie, Kelly went back at Fonda, cleats first.
I have no regrets about that question. Nor am I in the market for a lesson from Jane Fonda on what is and is not appropriate.
And Kelly didn't stop there, pouncing on Fonda's past.
Many of our veterans still call her Hanoi Jane. She posed on an anti-aircraft gun used to shoot down our American pilots. She called our POWs hypocrites and liars.
Over at The View, former Today Show anchor Ann Curry said, regardless of how you feel about Jane Fonda, making yourself the news is a bad idea.
Journalists are not supposed to be the story. This is not journalism.
Whoever said it was.
I've actually been a supporter of Megyn Kelly. I like her. I really liked her when she was on Fox. I think she's way off base on this. When Jane Fonda said she proved herself to be a bad interviewer, that was true. She has a tin ear. She's not listening to the flow of the conversation. It's not that that question should never have come up. It just was out of context. It was out of the blue. It didn't work. And that's the sign of a good interviewer. You know when to go someplace. She had no idea when or how to bring that up. And secondly, to bring up all that stuff about when Jane Fonda was anti-war and went to... Kelly has no context for that either. Megyn Kelly has absolutely no context. I listened to an hour's worth of Howard Stern this week, who told Jane Fonda that she saved his life. And she was the one, he said, you were the only one I thought that was brave enough to care about young men like me who had no idea why we were going to go to Vietnam and lose our lives for a war we didn't think we were going to fight. So there were two sides to that story. And it wasn't anti-patriotism as Megyn Kelly portrayed it. That was a low blow.
I thought the whole interview, what Megyn Kelly did, was just unprofessional.
Yeah.
I don't know why she went after Jane Fonda again. She should just sort of let it go. And I believe the NBC executives actually blessed this, blessed the...
Good for ratings. It's a controversy.
That's true. But she should, that, to me, what crossed the line was just being unprofessional. And it should never happen. You should, like Ann Curry said, you should never make yourself the story, and that was her mistake.
It was totally disproportionate, and I felt like I was watching Kelly have a flashback to her days on Fox when she was a combatant in the culture wars, and that was what she did. It was all about the withering denunciation. She has a new job now, and it seemed like she didn't get that.
She hasn't gotten it from the beginning. She's back, evil Megyn Kelly, the one that I cannot stand, never has been able to stand. And the same woman that talked about Santa Claus is not black, which sounds like a small thing, but it is not. It comes out of all her whole little thing. Now, I've sat right here and said, I don't begrudge her one dime of going over there and getting as much money out of those people as she can. Good for her. But, this is what you get. You knew what you were getting. This is exactly who she is. And she's going to be inappropriate because that's who she is. She would never know when it's the right time to ask that question. Ever. Dan?
I can't top that. I've been working really, really hard to care about this topic, and I'm struggling with it. Watching Megyn Kelly's response to Jane Fonda was it wasn't just disproportionate. It was weird. There was just something out of body about it.
It was mean.
It was mean, yes, but she's standing there with this smile on her face, delivering this attack on Jane Fonda, who I'm not a big fan of, by the way. It just seemed like she came out of this looking awful. It just seems like this has been a mistake from the beginning. And by the way, Shirley mentioned that she had the blessing of NBC to do this response. What's been reported is that she did have the blessing to do this response, but that they had no idea that she was going to go off on Hanoi Jane and all.
Oh, of course they did. They had all those graphics built. They must have known.
Oh, they must have. Well,
somebody knew.
Somebody.
Do you think it was all about ratings because it was so weird? As you know, do you think Emily? You raised the question. Do you think it was all about a ratings ploy?
That's why the executives blessed it, because she's taken on Donald Trump. She's taken on a couple of them. When she stands to that camera and lights into somebody, that's when she's most engaging. That's when she was best on the talk show. And I actually did like her. She's smart. She's engaging. I found her riveting on the talk show, not on this.
Yeah. Well.
We didn't say it. It's not. It has nothing to do with liking somebody.
Yeah,
she was riveting.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this was riveting too, right?
Yes.
But maybe not in a good way.
Maybe not in a good way.